Hi guys, I've got another review for you. This is the Alien Warrior maquette from Sideshow Collectibles. I didn't initially order this when it first came out. I left it about a month. I kept on looking at it and I think, well, why is it so much more expensive than a premium format? But I saw a few of the pictures and it was very impressive, so placed the order. So that was probably going back in September last year. That was. So it's been a long wait, but it's been worth the wait. I'll show you a few close-ups in a minute, but for now I'll just give you a turnaround of the piece, and it'll give you a good idea as to what the pose is all about. So there he is. It's quarter scale. It's a good quarter scale. I'm not too sure if it's even maybe slightly over quarter scale. It's a very big piece. I mean, obviously, okay, fair enough, the base is adding quite a lot onto the height of the thing. I think it's around about 22 or 23 inches tall. All the information's on the Sideshow website anyway. But it comes in 5 pieces. Obviously, you've got the base, and there's a couple of steel pegs in the feet, and they just plug into the base. You've then got the tail, and there's a join in the tail just about there. And again, it's on a steel peg. It's pretty straightforward to get together. And then you've got the arms, and the arms, the typical Sideshow. It's basically a magnet. So you've got a block that goes into a square hole on the side of the piece, so you know, nothing to it really. Piece of cake. What else can I say? I think everyone will agree that you've seen all the pictures on there, and the money has obviously gone into the extra detail applied to this thing. And I know we all go on about, you know, it's amazing detail, but I think this is genuinely, it has got some amazing detail on it. It's very fine detail, it's crisp, it's very clean. I think the effects around the neck with all these pipes and tubes is very impressive as well. Obviously, it's not got the translucent dome, as this is the Warrior, and it's not the first edition Alien of the first Alien movie, so it's not got the translucent dome. A few comments have been made on the forums that they were sort of hoping that it perhaps could be a little bit more shiny. I'll give you a tip: if you just get a dry cloth, no chemicals whatsoever, like a duster, just a really soft cloth, and if you give it a wipe over, it actually buffs up and it actually comes up quite shiny. I've done mine a bit mainly on the dome, on the front of the head, and that's come up quite well. So just a simple tip: if you just use a soft cloth, and it does make a difference. So anyway, let's take a closer look. As you can see, all the colours have been muted, so it just gives it that sort of dirty and grimy feel to it. There's nice bit of battle damage, as you can see, just in that area there. I'll turn it around for you. And I just wanted to show you the inside of his body, where the rib cage is. And there's the nasty end. I've noticed that on my piece that the left foot doesn't quite meet the base. The other one's fine, but this one, it doesn't seem to want to go any further in there, and it does seem a little bit front heavy. I know a few people have mentioned this already on some of the forums, but it does feel like he is front heavy, and this is probably the reason why it's tilting forward, and and this foot isn't quite flush to the base. It's no big deal, and it doesn't really bother me. But you know, it's something to look out for. So there's the tail, all nicely textured. I love the way it wraps around the base as well. And there's your join just there. I saw someone had mentioned that theirs was a bit tight actually on Sideshow Freaks. Mine was a little bit tight as well, and it took a bit of effort to actually push in, but it will go in, but it was a bit firm, so obviously don't break it, but it does need a good push in. That's the top. I'll give you a spin around the other side. I just love the way that this all this piping, I mean, you can literally see every single line on those hoses. It's just so crisp. And I'll keep going round for you. And there's the hands. Fingernails are painted silver. And then just looking at this side again. I know Sideshow have got a bit of stick in the past on some of their items, and I think a few people have moaned about this through it's been scuffed, or a toenail is missing or something on the sculpt. You've got to understand that these things happen to all manufacturers. I've seen issues with hot ties in the past, and cinemaquettes. I mean, I've got quite a few friends who have got cinemaquettes, and even they'll tell you that you know, things have turned up broken. I think a popular one was the Aragon cinemaquette, and the sword was broke, or the arm was broke. I think the Alien cinemaquette, I think it's always had that bit of a lean on it. I think, as I recall, some of the Predators on the cinemaquette line had a few broken components in there, but the companies will look after you, so there's no point in slagging these companies off. In particular, if you've ordered direct off Sideshow Collectibles, then they will look after you, and likewise, whether it be a cinemaquette or hot ties, they always look after you. There's no point in running these companies down. In many cases, these are being transported across the world, so, and some of these delivery companies, you know, aren't very kind to these, and they get thrown about inside these wagons. I must admit, when this arrived, the outer shipping box, it was looking pretty knackered. It was pretty crushed, and I was quite concerned, but I took out the internal box of this piece, and it was absolutely perfect. And the piece itself, again, has come out perfect. I haven't got any issues with this at all. Sideshow is one of the most, well, it probably is the most well-known collecting company out there. There's all types of forums who are dedicated for it, so, you know, if one or two of these pieces end up with a scuff or something broken, I think it gets blown out of all proportion, and I think it's wrong sometimes. If it wasn't for Sideshow Collectibles, then I wouldn't have this sitting in front of me now. So I want to give heartfelt thank you to Sideshow Collectibles for producing this piece. It was a lot of money, 3 times the cost of a premium format, but if I have to be honest, it was worth every penny. I can see where all that money has gone, and I appreciate the effort that you guys have put into it. So well done, Sideshow. So that's it. That's the end of this review. I'll speak to you guys a bit later. Thanks.